Mufti Muhammad Arshad Sahab is the chief imam of Hong Kong, and what we mean by chief imam is that he is the religious leader of Hong Kong, and he has a master's in Islamic studies. He has resided in Hong Kong since 2001, so I would say that he's actually Chinese as well, and he has been serving as the imam of Kowloon Masjid and Islamic Center. He also teaches the Arabic language and delivers the Friday sermons, the khutbahs in Urdu, English, and Arabic. He's also responsible for the issuance of fatwas, which are known as religious rulings. And he was also ranked as one of the 500 world's most influential Muslim leaders in 2009. So without further ado, the topic is Jesus in Islam. May I request Mufti Muhammad Arshad Sahab to present on this topic. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد وأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ذلك عيسى ابن مريم قول الحق الذي فيه يمترون ما كان لله أن يتخذ من ولد سبحانه إذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون صدق الله العظيم. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the participants of the Dawah course who have completed the courses, especially this course. And today is the last session of this course. And topic today that we are going to discuss, that is Jesus in Islam. Jesus in Arabic is called Isa. Isa is an Arabic word, and it is used for Jesus, peace be upon him. And Jesus is a prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala according to Islam, and he has a special status in Islam. No doubt among all the creatures, all the creation of God, human beings are superior. And among the human beings, the believers. Among the believers, the prophets are superior. Among all the prophets, there are 5 Ulul Azm prophets. They are given highest status among all 124,000 prophets. And out of these 5 prophets, Nuh alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salatu wassalam, Isa alayhi salatu wassalam, and Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. These 5 prophets, they are called Ulul Azmi min al-Rusul. And these 5 prophets, and the highest status, indeed, as a Muslim, I believe, and every Muslim believes, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is on the top. And the second last in this category is Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam is a personality that is discussed in details in Quran. And he is the one who has been discussed, Prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his birth, and even the birth of his mother and his young age is related to him, the faith the people used to have that has been discussed in Quran. And as I mentioned, he has a unique qualities which is not given to any other person on the surface of the earth. The first and the basic is his birth that has been done miracles, mu'jiza, that he is born without father. and that is mentioned in Quran Kareem, and also most of the Christians believe in that. So the birth of Jesus, and before the birth of Jesus, the personality that is the mother of Jesus Christ is having a special status in Islam. Like Maryam, the mother of Jesus, and I believe you know, she is the only lady whose name is mentioned in Quran. There are many stories of ladies as a mother of Prophet, as a wife of Prophet, the followers of the Prophet, but the name is mentioned in Quran Kareem for some lady, that is only one, that is Maryam. Another status that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given, Allah has mentioned the birth of Maryam story in Quran Kareem and Surah Al-Imran. Even the father of Maryam, mother of Maryam, is mentioned in Surah Al-Imran. She belongs to the family of Imran. And discuss the birth. She was grown, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to have a boy baby, but Allah has given a girl, female baby. So her mother asked Allah, if you will give me a baby, I will dedicate him to the Masjid, towards Baitul Maqdis. When she is born, so as per the promise that she did with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so she was surprised. It was not practiced that the female is dedicated to some worship places, to Masjid. But somehow, as she promised, so she brought to Masjid, and it was accepted. Then Zakaria, that was the prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he was the guardian of Islam. And she was grown up, and she used to live a room, and Zakaria Islam entered to her room, and he found that some fruits are there. The fruits did not belong to that area and did not belong to the weather. So Zakaria Islam asked from where it came. Hazrat Maryam said, Min indi Rabbi. It is from my Rabb, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. So as she said that it is given from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Zakaria Islam asked from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have a baby in an old age. So this is the status that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was very kind to her, and she was a pious lady, and she was dedicated to the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a worship place. So this is the status. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declared, وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى نِسَاءِ الْعَالَمِينَ. The word istifa is used for the prophets. So Allah said that I have chosen you over all women of the world. وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى نِسَاء. Nisa means the plural women. Women of the world. So it means she is the highest status among all women of the world. So this is the status of the mother of Jesus Christ. And then she is young. She became a young. So once she was a young, then Allah sent Jibreel to her and to give her the glad tidings of a child. That time she was surprised, and she said that I am not married, and I had never relation with any man. So how it can be? So this story is mentioned in Quran Kareem. So Jibreel said this is the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Allah decides something, He says, kun fayakun, then it happen. So it will be happen and it happened. So this is the status of the birth that Jesus alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, born without father. So the word Isa appears in Quran Kareem 25 times. And he is a prophet that has been mentioned in Quran Kareem with a different name. And different names are basically different qualities and different capabilities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to Isa alayhi salam. By the birth and after the birth, Isa alayhi salam was the one who spoke incredibly. And in this age, no child can speak, and no child is able to speak. So Isa alayhi salam is the one who said, "Alayni abdullah," I am the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, while he was too young, and that age in which the children never ever speak. So this is another quality. So another quality that Quran has mentioned about him, that he spoke, and what he spoke the clarification, the status of his mother. When the people objected and created the doubts about the characters of Maryam alayhi salam, then he said that my mother is not a lady that you are thinking, and she is wise and she is clear. And instead of clarification by Maryam alayhi salam by herself, it was his son who spoke in the cradle to his nation, to his people. So Quran has mentioned this story in a surah, in a chapter that is given the name to his mother, the chapter of Surah Maryam, Mary. So again, a complete out of 114 chapter, one chapter is with the name of Maryam alayhi salam, and the word Maryam appeared in Quran Kareem 34 times. The word Maryam appeared in Quran Kareem 34 times, and the word Isa alayhi salatu salam appeared in 25 times. Another name that Quran has given to Isa alayhi salatu salam, that is Masih. Al-Masih. Al-Masih, what is the meaning? The meaning, the one meaning that is referred from Masih is Masa, and Masa means touching, wiping. So the miracle that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted to Isa alayhi salatu salam, and one of them was that as he used to wipe or touch to the person who is blind or has the sickness in the body, a skin problem, then as he touched, the sickness gone. And the person who is blind and Isa alayhi salatu salam touched his eyes, the sight come there. And as he said to the dead person, Isa alayhi salatu salam, and he is alive. And if any person has hidden something in his house, Isa alayhi salatu salam used to inform that you have hidden these things. So these are the miracles that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted to Isa alayhi salatu salam. So 11 times the word Al-Masih appeared. Another meaning Masih is who used to travel, because Quran has given the concept of Masih or Messiah two types, the Masih Dajjal and Masih al-Islam. Masih al-Dajjal, the one who will create disbelief in the world, and he, Dajjal from Dajjal means he will show something different from the reality. So the world will face this phenomena near the day of judgment, near the days of judgment. And so the Masih al-Dajjal will create in the mind and the heart of the people disbelief. So it would be Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, that is called Masih, that will kill him and that will create and establish the peace in the world. That is why his name is given Al-Masih. So Masih, Isa, another name that is being used in Quran Kareem, that is Ibn Maryam. Every person is attributed to his father. Even today, you see many documentation and you write the name and the father. But Isa alayhi salatu wasalam is a unique quality that he is attributed to mother in Quran. So instead of saying Isa only or Masih, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says Isa ibn Maryam, Isa son of Mary. Masih ibn Maryam, Masih son of Mary. So this is again a quality, and that also reflect his status in Islam. Another name that you can say the name and we can see in the okay. There are many names that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given as Isa, Masih, Ibn Maryam, and Kalimatullah. The word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kalimatullah alqaha ila Maryam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that it is kalma. It is in order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that was given to Maryam alayhi salam. Kalimatullah alqaha ila Maryam, that put into Maryam alayhi salam, and as a result Isa alayhi salatu wasalam was born. And ruhum min, another word that Quran has used for Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, spirit of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And ruhum min. In Quran Kareem, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that ayatan linnas, the sign for the people. This is the quality that is mentioned for Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. Ayatan lil alameen, the sign for the whole world, for Isa, and also for Hazrat Maryam alayhi salam, his mother. Ghulaman Zakiya, the boy, purified. That is the quality of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in Quran Kareem. Ghulam means a boy. And Zakiya, from Tazkiya, purified. This is also the quality that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned about Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. Rahmatam minna, the mercy from us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, he is a mercy from us. That is right. You read, even today, if you read the Quran, Injil, or the New Testament, you will find his teaching full of morality, full of kindness, and full of mercy. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declared in Quran Kareem, Rahmatan minna, minas salihin, and from the people who are wise. And wabarram biwalidati, who perform the good deeds, who is good with his mother. Barram biwalidati. This is also the quality. Mubarakan, the blessed. These are all the attributes that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about Isa alayhi salam. Assalamu alayya, peace upon me. This is used for Isa alayhi salam. Wajihan fi dunya wal akhirah. Honorable, respected in this world and hereafter. This is again the quality of Isa alayhi salatu salam in Quran Kareem. And there are some other Shaheed, the witness. This is, so now the first we should know, as I mentioned, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to this world 124,000. And Isa alayhi salatu salam belonged to the family of the prophets, the lineage of the prophets, son of the best woman of the world. And as I mentioned, one of the 5 Ulul Azm prophets. He used to be Bani Israel, the children of Israel. And he was sent to children of Israel. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us acceptance to the world. Even today, most of the population of the world believing in him. This is a unique quality of Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. And about the birth was miraculous. And it has been mentioned. The most important thing that described the status of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam in Islam, that is servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he said that I am a servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And لن يستنكف المسيح أن يكون عبدا لله. He never ever feels shame that he is being said Abdullah, servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is against the theory or faith, belief that he is a son of Allah, or he himself is Allah or part of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala denied it and said, لَقَدْ كَفَرَ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ ثَالِثُ ثَلَاثَةٍ. لَقَدْ كَفَرَ. It is disbelief. It is refused. It is not accepted. The concept that Allah is one of 3. Those who say that Allah is one of 3 means they believe that Isa is one God, or Jibreel is one God, and Allah is one God. So these 3. Or some says Allah, Isa, and Jibreel. These 3, or Ruh, these are 3 gods. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala denied. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also denied those who says that Isa is the son of God. لَقَدْ كَفَرَ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الْمَسِيحُ ابْنُ مَرْيَمَ. That Isa himself is a God. Is وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَلَدًا. Some people believe that Allah has taken son, walad. So Quran has clearly mentioned that Jesus was Abdullah, servant of Allah, not son of Allah, not son of God. He was not God, not son of God. Both concepts are rejected by Quran, and Muslims believe on this. Another important thing now we have taken. So he is the one, as we believe, who predicted with the name to his nation about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Quran has mentioned, Ya'ti min ba'di ismuhu Ahmad. It was Jesus who announced to his people, his followers, that after him a prophet is coming. His name would be Ahmad. So it means the linkage between Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Isa alayhi wasallam is there is no any other prophet between Isa and Muhammad. And Isa, Jesus announced that after him, the prophet will come, his name would be Ahmad. مبشرا برسول يأتي من بعد اسمه Ahmad. And he was giving glad tidings. مبشرا برسول, glad tidings of a prophet who will come after him. His name would be Ahmad. So our prophet name is Muhammad and Ahmad. And both names mentioned in Quran also. And as a Muhammad, as an Ahmad, and we will discuss about the meaning of this and the difference of this in sometime, inshallah. But here, this is the linkage. So no any prophet between Isa and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And as we believe Muhammad is the last and the final prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Isa alayhi salatu wasalam is second last prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And second similarity between Isa and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born without Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is born as an orphan, and as he was born, he has not seen his father, so he grew up without father. And Isa salam is born without father. Muhammad had father, but he died before the birth of Muhammad sallam. But Muhammad sallam is grown up without father, and Isa salam is grown up without father. But Isa salam has no father. Muhammad sallam has a father. So another similarities between Isa salam and Muhammad sallam. And the third thing that the Muslim believes, the person who will come back to this world for the establishment of peace and prosperity, that is Jesus Christ, Isa alayhi salatu. And Quran, as I mentioned, from the birth to the last point, Quran has mentioned about Isa alayhi salatu. And the last point, the Christian believe that he was crucified. But Quran says, مَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ. He was crucified, he was taken by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the heaven. So most of the Muslim believe, in the light of ahadith, that Isa alayhi salatu wasalam is raised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the heaven, and he will come back near when the sign of the judgment, day of judgment will appear, and he will come back, he will fight against Masih ad-Dajjal, and he will establish peace. So another, both Rasulullah and Muhammad said, Ana wa sa'atu qahatin. Myself and the day of judgment is like these two fingers. As these two fingers are near to each other and there is no gap, so the same, there is no prophet between Muhammad and the day of judgment. So, but at the same time, Isa والسلام, will come and to this world, and he will establish peace and the system that Muhammad ﷺ has left. So this is the status of Jesus Christ in Islam. We cannot be believer until we believe in Jesus. And we have to respect. And we have, that is why many Muslims, they give their children name Isa. And they give their daughters name Maryam. So Maryam and Jesus are common name that shows the Muslims love with them. And we cannot be Muslim unless we believe in Jesus Christ, we believe in him, we believe in his mother, we believe in his miracles, we believe that he will establish the peace, and he was the true prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the one thing, salam, and the status of salam. Thank you very much for the patience, for listening, and congratulations for the completion of the course. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Mufti Arshad Sahab, for the wonderful presentation. And as Mufti Arshad Sahab has mentioned, that it's very common for Muslims to name their children as Isa, Jesus, or Maryam as Mary. Actually, my own daughter's name, I only have one child, one daughter, her name is Maryam.
My daughter's name is Maryam.
SubhanAllah, your daughter's name is also Maryam. SubhanAllah. So you can see the amount of respect that we give to Jesus and Mary as well. And with that, thank you so much for attending the final session of the Islamic course, the 15th course of Islam. The graduation ceremony will begin shortly, but I'm sorry that that will not be presented live. And inshallah, for our next course, we will share some details to you later on, inshallah. So thank you very much for joining. Please forgive if there are any shortcomings. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum. Goodbye.
Someone asked, can they ask questions?
Can they ask questions? Okay,
yes, sure.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you can ask questions if you have. Okay, we will entertain this one question and then Mufti Arshad will answer the question really quickly.
Rabia asks, was the Bible revealed to Isa alayhi salam as a book? Is it the same Bible we see today?
The Bible that is given to Isa alayhi salam, that is not preserved. And even today, what the Bible we have, although there are different variants and different editions, and there are a lot of differences, but one thing is common. If you read the Bible, you will find that it is similar to our hadith, not the Quran. Quran is the direct address of Allah to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, whereas hadith is someone is narrating that our Rasul said at this point these words. The similar, if you read the Bible today's, many chapters that is named with the disciple of Jesus Christ. So the current Bible is giving some speeches of Jesus Christ, some advices of Jesus Christ, and some message of God through Jesus to the public. But it is not the same wording as Allah gave to Isa alayhi salam. This is the concept.
Okay. With that, thank you very much. If you still have questions, please feel free to ask in the group, or you may private message myself or Anisa. And with that, thank you very much. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Goodbye, everyone.